All right, here I am again. This time wearing a little bit of glasses. And we were talking about the MFO. I believe this is either part 14 or 15. I'm not really sure. That's what happens when you get old. Anyway, remember we was talking about the MFO and the train up and the flight on the L1011. The bag lunches and Catwoman being played back to back to back to back to back about 7 to 8 times while we're on our way flying to Germany for refueling and then flying down to Sharm el Sheikh. Now remember I told you about the disastrous crash of those 101st Airborne guys in 1985 who was at the MFO. Well, I took a photograph of the little memorial that's over in Egypt at a South Camp. I want to get a chance to show this to you before I move on. And this says, in remembrance of Task Force 5-502, Strike and Kill, dedicated to the 240 that perished in Gander, 12 December 1985. This is the actual memorial plaque overlooking the little amphitheater we have down in South Camp in Egypt. So let's see if I can zero in on that, but that's the dedication plaque in Egypt for them. And I believe that the 101st Airborne in Fort Campbell actually has one also in place for these 240 guys that died. Anyway, to move on, and of course you see me wearing the last of my original tan t-shirts that I got back in 2004. This is actually the last one, and this is the last long john thing I'm wearing. So basically, so we were talking about that long flight when we landed in Germany, and it was raining, of course, and had a lot of snow. And we got to move around for about an hour, hour and a half to maybe 2 hours. Some of the guys end up buying souvenirs. I ended up buying a couple candy bars and some sort of German-made soda before we all loaded up on the plane again after it was refueled. And we took off. Eventually, they got the big L-1011's butt back in the air with all that weight. Plus extra rain and everything might have put some extra weight on the damn plane. So then we proceed to fly for many, many, many more hours, going from Germany straight down, across the Mediterranean, going all the way into Egypt. And of course we were sleeping in these positions with a pillow. So my lower back was killing me, my upper neck was killing me, the whole friggin' 9 yards was killing me. But eventually, after they removed Catwoman off of the damn thing, repeated Catwoman, about an hour and a half later, they announced that we were going to be flying into Sharm el Sheikh. And it's going to be roughly about 2 o'clock in the morning. So, I look out the window, and me and Neely was discussing what it's going to be like, what's going on, and how crazy it might be. So the big bird airplane made that left turn on its wing, flew around, and I stopped looking out the window because I felt like I was going to get sick. Then eventually they announced that we are going to be coming in for a landing in Sharm el Sheikh Airport. So the big fat bird was pretty much slowing down, going, oh shit, here we go. Boom, we hit hard. And the plane starts shaking and doing its whole thing. And everybody starts cheering because the damn plane got down. So we sat in the plane, it taxied, and I look out the window. I look out the window as the plane's moved around. It is dark outside. And I start seeing stake bed trucks and white Chevy pickup trucks. Just like the picture I showed you guys earlier of the last couple videos ago, with the picture of all three of us posing with the pickup truck. I'm going to see if I can actually find these pictures. So, these pickup trucks was waiting out there. And remember, I told you about our headgear. Okay? Wearing our Stetsons. Well, remember I told you about the Kevlar. That they have to wear orange covers in their Kevlars. This is what those orange covers look like, if you can see them. These are pictures of some of my guys when I took this photograph maybe a month or so later, month and a half, 2 months. And these are what the orange covers look like. Basically, these fucked up, ugly looking orange covers you have to wear on your Kevlar to identify you as a peacekeeper, the multinational force and observers. So that's what those retarded looking things look like. And they came in all shades of orange because they exposed to the sun. Some of them were brand new with dark orange, some were light orange, some even almost came out white. But that's what these guys were wearing. And there was a few guys still out there wearing their Stetsons, and they were walking around with M16s and M4s and all that other bullshit. So as we pull in, we grab all our gear while we're inside, no problem. And they announced that we're going to be disembarking on the aircraft. I have other photographs I'll be showing later. And sure enough, when that fucking door opened, it was like a blast furnace. I felt this heat just melt my goddamn face off. I was like, oh my God. As I stepped out of the plane with the rest of the guys, I started just beating down sweat down my ugly face. I was like, oh my God. And then we see the New Jersey National Guard that was out there, MFO rotation number 47. And they were down there and they were saying, all right, go over to the stake bed truck, guys. Move over to the stake bed truck. And they had to get our detail to unload all our stuff. And I go over to the stake bed truck with a bunch of our guys. And the New Jersey National Guard guys are standing right there. And they said, welcome to bullshit. I said, oh, really? And these guys had New Jersey accents. And they said, well, yeah, we heard about you California guys. I said, oh, really? So what'd you hear? He's the one guy who was an E6. He says, I heard you guys are a bunch of fuck-ups. I said, wow, word sure travels fast. Cut that shit, Corporal DeMastro. I looked at my spoiler. Yeah. He goes, well, guys, you know, we're glad that you guys are here. So, what do you guys, we're going to be taking you guys down to South Camp. We're going to be taking all your gear, and we're going to get you guys situated for we can get the fuck out of here ourselves. We want to get out of here faster than shit. We don't even want to be here anymore. And I said, really? He says, how long have you guys been here? He says, about 6 months. I said, wow, we're going to be here a year. And they said, you guys are fucking suckers. This place sucks. Absolute sucks. You're not going to like it here. You're not going to like the Siddiquis, Egyptian for friend, the workers. You're going to have a problem with the heat, the tower, the QRF. You're going to have problems with all this shit. Because it sucks. We did 6 months and we fucking hate it. You guys are going to do a fucking year? Fuck that. The one guy says, I'd rather be in jail for 6 months than do another 6 months here in Egypt. So I kind of thought, oh, this is actually going to kind of suck. I began to wonder what I got myself into. And some of my guys were thinking the same thing. So here we are, introduced. So the next series of videos is called the MFO. No longer train up, but the MFO. Hua